Hi guys, welcome to Makin Sawdust. I'm Kevin, and welcome to 2020 shop vlog number 1. I'll try and keep it short and sweet, less than 15 minutes, guys. But I need your help. I am getting ready to do a 2020 shop tour. Yeah, the basement dungeon shop tour, and I need you guys to watch this video. I'm going to kind of take you around. Need some insight, questions, comments, concerns. If you have not yet seen it, I did a 2019 shop tour a few months back. Kind of gave you the basic rundown of what I got going on. I've made some improvements, built a couple benches, worked on my miter station, but I still have a ton of stuff to do. So I'm just going to kind of walk you around. This is my sticker wall, which is actually more like a sticker plenum. Desert Bum said I needed a sticker wall, so I'm going to work on that too. This is the top of a large dog kennel that I'm building for a gal. The kennel is upstairs. I might even take you up there and show you that. Maybe I just insert a couple screenshots. It's getting done today or tomorrow. It's getting painted on the outside. It is stained on the inside, a sliding barn door, and it is for a Great Dane. It's actually pretty cool. I had to assemble it upstairs in my kitchen because I only have a 30-inch wide door in my shop, and obviously you can see some stairs right over there. So it would have been kind of a pain in the butt to go up the stairs and through the door, and I would only have like a 1/4 inch to spare. So I assembled it in my gracious wife's kitchen. So I'm going to take you around here. Here's my awesome tripod setup that I use for my other camera. We'll just start at the beginning. I wonder what button I got to push. I got a new gimbal. I'm going to turn you around. See if that works. Right there is some long lumber storage. Got some maple and some birch. And I also have more maple, some pine, some barnwood, and a super score of hardwood from Bell Forest Products. High efficiency furnace right there. Turn around, guy. There we go. Still, sorry about the light. I installed LED lights recently. Barina, a 6-pack. A subscriber sent them to me. He was awesome. So you might get a brightness in your eyeballs. Obviously you can see a dirt wall. Boom. But there we go. Oh, I can't. Here we go. I built these benches right behind me, 16 foot long, and they end up at my Wen planer down there. I really want to put my planer in the bench itself, but that's probably going to be a problem for me, actually. Kind of wondering about the actual. I have stachyosis on my workbench, so if I have the planer embedded, kind of downset in my table, I'm going to have to move stuff out of the way. I've got this Craftsman bandsaw that I actually want to place somewhere on my benches. I want to put into service my radial arm saw. So I'm kind of lost at this point on what direction to go. Take it down here, guys. So here's my planer and my, it's hard to point, bandsaw, radial arm saw. Right now I'm using this basically for cutting board glue ups and stuff, and I've always got to clean it off to do something else. I do not have a dedicated assembly table or an outfeed table for my table saw yet. We turn you guys around real quick. So that is one of my problems. My table saw is kind of right in the middle. I can turn it 90 degrees if I have to rip anything long, like a piece of plywood, which I don't do very often, but I don't have an assembly table other than these benches right here. So I am going to be working on getting my tools actually placed in the right location. I have a lot of space up above, which is just basically lumber stock right now. I'm going to actually excavate a lot of this dirt, and it's going to drop behind my benches. You can see my benches. I don't know how good the lighting is, guys, but I built basically a plywood retaining wall underneath my bench before I put my bench tops on. And my bench tops are not secured yet. So what I want to do is basically excavate some of that dirt. There's a big cavity underneath my bench behind there. And that may provide me some an area for tool wall, obviously, lumber storage. I can't reach all the way back up there right now, so I have to be concerned, and I have to recognize how far I can put a tool wall back here, and I don't really even know if that's a place for a tool wall, to be honest with you. What else I want to show you? Stuff, man. I've got stuff that I just can't get to. We moved in July, and I got boxes of stuff up in there. Down here, just stuff. I need a good place for lumber storage. There's my shopsmith right there, with kind of a makeshift plywood retaining wall. I got a lot of space up behind it too that I could use. I'm kind of lost where to start, to be honest with you. I've got these, USPS, they're fiberglass. They're post office boxes, basically. I want to use them for something. I just don't know where to put them. And I just don't know what corner to start in. I want to utilize the space the best I can, obviously. Behind the furnace, behind the water heater, behind the shopsmith. There's area to use. So, in a way, I'm thinking I want to build a shelf on top of the foundation, the cement footing, over and down, and then use that for house storage, but I don't want to hoard stuff either. So the other end of my shop is really just where stuff landed. So I really need your help, guys. Kennedy toolbox. Another toolbox under my bench right there. Another hand toolbox on the other side. I'm thinking that I want to build a shelf for toolboxes underneath my bench right here. I got a big tool bag down there. That's really where my stuff lands. Bolts and nuts and screws and stuff. I don't have a drill holder for either one of my drills. I've got the Franken presser down there. Probably is where it's going to live. I set my box fan up in the top of the stairwell when I'm painting or really need to extract ambient or airborne stuff out of the air. And I'm back, guys. So, shop vlog number 1. I don't know where to start. I want to get my shop tour done in January, hopefully by the 15th, and be organized. And there's a lot of work to do down here, but do I start at that end or do I start at this end? Sorry about that, guys. My camera storage maxed out, so I had to go ditch some files. But let's continue on. Part of my thought here is extending the workbench over. You can see I've got these railroad ties that used to support the house, and they don't anymore. They have a piece of plywood attached to the front face of it. Obviously I have a lot of sheet goods still leaning up against it, but I actually have a lot of space behind and below it. I'm actually thinking about cutting these railroad ties off directly underneath that electric outlet, building a bench over top of it, and then also above. Got a lot of jigs and fixtures and, again, stuff. And my better half upstairs in the house, you can probably hear that, the floor's creaking. Well, maybe this area is actually a really good area to extend my workbench. So from the end of the planer right here, and then kind of jogs back. I just had that thought earlier today. That might be a good option. That way I have another, probably about 10 feet of workbench. And at that point, I have a place for my other tools. I could then leave this area for assembly, and I could move my radial arm saw and band saw over here. Thoughts? I have dust collection hooked up to my shopsmith right now. You can see the hose sticking right up there. So I run with my drum sander, and I would like to have the shop vac in one location and then hooked up to the other tools. Flexible hose, obviously, so I could just run it to my planer, run it to the radial arm saw, run it to the table saw, but that may be a good option to have my dust collection in this area somewhere here, and possibly the shopsmith at this end here. So I wanted to take you along on a quick vlog, guys. I'll do a shop vlog, I don't know, once every while, in between the other whiles. And I wanted to give myself a big congratulations. My website is 1 year old here in just a handful of days. Self-built website, kevinswoodcreations.com. If you guys have not been over there, check it out. I'm going to be blogging and tools and tips and tricks and tool restorations and product recommendations and reviews, stuff like that. Not your average woodworking website, but I'm not your average fella. So I wanted to get this done for you guys. Show off and test my gimbal. No shaky camera. It's pretty cool. It kind of follows me around. I need to figure out a way to mount my, where is it? I want to mount my Rode mic on top of the gimbal. Make sure it's still balanced and stuff too. Let me get back here in the light, guys, so you can see my face. Because this native audio is kind of awful on this phone, so I want to improve that. I have a long and narrow shop, so any tips and tricks you could, maybe suggestions, stuff like that. Go back and watch my original shop tour video, and maybe the bench video on how I built these benches. That might give you some good information on, what I have available to work with. And stay tuned for a 2020 shop tour. I've got a ton of other stuff coming up. If you guys are still hanging out with me, ton of other stuff I don't want to talk about. But I'll leave that for the second shop vlog, guys. Why don't you click that subscribe button if it's the first time here. Give me a like. Give me a dislike. Dislikes are kind of frowned upon, but if you don't like it, let me know what's going on and what you don't like. And hey, stick around for the next video. Thanks, guys. Get out of your shop. Start making some sawdust.